All right, everybody, we are back. J-Boys are back, and this time we're going to talk about the new Scream Factory Friday the 13th box set. Look at this beauty. We're going to talk specifically about the slash scenes that are on the Part 2 disc.
Yes.
So this was a big point of sale for me with these, even though I'd already purchased them. Whenever I found out that they had found the scenes that had been cut from Part 2 that kind of cut down on the gore and the kill scenes, I was pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just wondering how they kept them a secret this long. It's going to be cool to, like, I don't know, if we see something we haven't seen, like, in this whole time, it's going to be really cool.
Right. Well, these were lost, and they got a pretty cool story behind them. They were found at Carl Fullerton. He was one of the people who helped make Friday the 13th Part 2. He had them on a VHS tape, like in his attic or something, and it was thought that these cutscenes were just lost forever. And he was like, somebody finally asked him about it. He was like, "Nah, they're up in my attic on a VHS." And so they had to.
I'll be right back.
So they had to get that VHS and, like, I don't know, do some really pristine work to get the footage off of it without destroying it, because it was so old. It had just been sitting in an attic. Probably was corroded a little bit and all. So yeah, we're gonna get Friday the 13th Part 2 disc, put it in, and go to the extras and look for slash scenes, and that's what we're gonna be talking about. Those scenes that had been cut out before. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play it. We're gonna watch them one at a time, and then talk about them before moving on to the next scene. So we've got it pulled up here on our screens. D, you ready to check it out?
I'm set and ready to go, my friend.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna give us a countdown. 3, 2, 1, play. So Carl Fullerton was a special effects makeup artist for Part 2.
We got Alice in the kitchen here.
Oh, man.
What the heck? Did you say that bust through her nose?
That was so cool. That was a really good one. I enjoyed that. I've watched these before, so I knew what was coming on this one. But the first time I watched it, that was insane.
It blew my mind. It did. Her head twisted around, and I was like, well, we're going to get a pan in on her eyes or something like that. I really didn't expect it to punch through, and then kind of punch through again. I was like, wow.
Right. I'll never be able to watch that scene the same again, knowing that the other side of that ice pick is coming out of her nose. That is so cool. And I love the face she makes, because it's so bad. It's so cheesy, because she like turns and she does this thing with her tongue where she's like...
It's like she's fighting not to cross her eyes and look at the pig.
Right.
Because it would be so easy. So she really did really good not looking at it. I was like, wow, because I would have looked right at it.
If you told me that was a single take and they never went back and did it again, I would 100% believe you, because her reaction is pretty bad, but man, it is so funny. I wish they would have left it in, because it's so great.
It makes you look at it and be like, wow, why would you cut this out? There's so much more of the movie that you could cut out.
Yeah, that's a great one. I wish they would have left that one in. All right, you ready for the next one? It looks like it's going to be Crazy Ralph.
Uh-huh.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Having his little peep show party.
Yeah, this is when he's watching Jenny and Paul.
Took him out of behind the tree.
Oh, they're making out? Just strangling the life out of him. That slow release. His hand just drops.
His head.
Man, they drug that out. Like, oh. So, yeah, that was just a little bit longer scene of what we already get. It's just like him really getting the life choked out of him.
Yeah, that was like really dramatic. His arm being brought down and stuff. Maybe what, about 3, 4, 5 more seconds.
Right.
It was pretty dramatic.
It felt like a long time he was choking.
Definitely.
All right, next up, looks like the sheriff.
All right.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. So here's what we already see. He's gone in Jason's shack. There's some
Mom.
Jason sneaking up on him. There's the hammer. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow. He is just holding on to that door frame for dear life.
He is, ain't he?
All right, pause.
Oh.
Oh man. Okay, so what's different about this one is the claw of the hammer goes in his head. In the movie, do we see that much blood squirt out of it? Or is it just like hitting him? I think the blood coming out is the extra part.
Yeah, it was kind of, in the movie, it's kind of just like a punch.
Yeah, and then it cuts.
Kind of punch, go away, actually. We didn't really get to see the splatter or him slide down the wall.
Right, yeah, that's definitely new to him. Holding on to the door frame, just like slowly going down while that hammer's in his head. All right, let's move on. You ready to go to the next one?
Yes, sir. Who we got next?
It's a good question. What was his name?
I think we got Scott up next.
Scott, yeah, he was peeping on Terry. Here we go. You ready? 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, shit. No.
Your favorite guy.
Damn. All right.
Got that throat cut.
That's one. Oh, my God.
He's just bleeding out. Jason is just bleeding Scott out. All right, pause.
Wow.
Just blood pouring out of his neck. That's pretty brutal.
Any extra of that. We did not need any extra of that.
Yeah, we did. I wish Jason would have sawed on it a couple of times.
He thinks this is a funny thing he's doing.
I love it. I love a good throat cutting, and D hates it.
Oh, shit. Just can't handle it. That was a few good extra seconds, though, on it.
It was.
I did watch it. I have to admit, that was a hell of a splatter right there. He brought his head back up, and the splatter, it kind of created an upward motion and went back down. Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that was pretty effective right there.
That was a good one. All right, here we go. Mark, in the wheelchair. Now, this is one of my favorite kill scenes from the normal movie. Let's see what's different about it. You ready? 3, 2, 1, play. Poor old Mark. Here we go. This is what makes part 2 Jason so brutal and scary. Oh my goodness. Look at him. He's going all the way back to the stairs.
Wow.
That machete straight across his face looks so good. All right, pause.
Wow. So
just 2 seconds or something more in this scene than what we see in the movie, but I don't know. It worked.
The impact, the puncture seemed a little bit more brutal, did it not?
It did.
I don't know. I mean, maybe a little bit more blood's been added here or something. Something was a little different. Something was a little bit more.
Well, when he's going back and that machete is just right across his face as he goes back, and you get a long several second view of him just moving back with that machete, and the makeup effects look so good. You couldn't even, it looked like it was really in his face.
That's what I'm saying. It looked kind of deep.
It did look deep. I agree.
It's like, did they really kill Bart?
And he just rolls back. That was, man, I love that scene so much.
Pretty good right there.
All right. Here we go. Sandra and Jeff in the bed. Now, like I said, we've already watched these one time. But, man, this is one of the tops right here.
Yeah, this is one of them that stands out.
Let's watch it. 3, 2, 1, play. So, Sandra and Jeff in the bed. Here comes Jason creeping in. Sandra sees him.
Bam.
Oh my! Look at that spear. Oh my goodness.
Look at her face. Look at damn.
He's just working that spear in his spine.
Wow.
That.
Wow.
All right, pause.
Yeah. Wow.
A couple things I really like about this. This kill scene in the movie doesn't work as good as it should because it looks like Jason, that spear like goes through tissue paper. All you see is it going straight and hitting the floor. But in this scene, he hits Jeff right in the spine and like twists it as he's going through his spine. Like it looks like he is working it down through his back, and that is insane.
At one point, you can actually see Jeff is already dead. Sandra's still alive.
Right.
And it's just an extra little punch just when it kind of goes through her and then it finishes her off. So it's just like bam, bam, instead of just, yeah, that's cool.
And a thing to keep an eye on when you go back and watch this, now obviously the back is a fake, but if you look up at Jeff's head and arms, they're his real head and arms. So they're like really moving as this spear is going through his spine, and it works out really nicely.
Yeah, look at her eye contact and stuff too, because she's kind of under the bed, not really in there. She didn't really get stabbed, thank God. And I don't know, yeah, check it out, killer scene.
That one should have been left in the movie. That would have made that kill scene far better.
Definitely.
All right, here we go, Vicky. You ready?
Oh, Vicky.
3, 2, 1, play. Scary scene, Sackhead popping out of the bed. Poor Vicky.
Better than a cat toss any day, ain't it?
And he's done got Jeff and hung him up by a bed sheet. There's that black fingernail.
I was say, there's that nasty nail you love so much.
I love that thing. That's such a good touch.
You just want to gnaw on it, don't you? Damn.
I didn't say all that. Oh, geez, that's too far. That's too far. Poor Vicky. She should have just ran right out the door.
Yeah.
She gets stabbed. Oh. Like, it hurts me watching her die because she looks so sweet and innocent.
So sweet. She really did.
I love Vicky so much. And there's old Jeff again. All right.
Wow.
Pause. Yeah, that one's like, I don't know, just a couple scenes of her like slowly dying as she drops to the floor, but that...
We already had like a postponed agony of watching her.
Yeah.
Have to wait to die, so to speak. And then that just gave it a few more seconds longer. And that was just kind of sad, actually.
Yeah. And this is a thing that Friday the 13th needs to have more often. I hope they do this in any future movies they make. But we need counselors or victims that we genuinely care for, that are good people, that we do not want to see die. I don't like everybody in the movie's an asshole and we can't wait to watch them die. I want people that I am emotionally attached to and feel something when they actually get killed, because it makes the movie so much more impactful that way.
Yeah, and it makes you remember that character too. If you don't care for them or whatever,
yeah,
and it's that hated character, when they get off, you're not going to remember them or whatever. I remember these guys. I really do. Vicky, Sandra, Jeff. I really do. They're all lovable characters.
They all felt like real people that would be fun to hang around with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a friend gets hurt, and you're like, wow.
Right. All right. Looks like something dealing with Jenny.
I think we do.
You ready for this one? 3, 2, 1, play. Uh-oh.
Muffin.
Oh, Muffin. This must be a dream, because Muffin's back.
It's got to be a dream right now.
Oh, there's old Jason without a sack on his head coming through the window.
Such a handsome man. Look at it.
And it's just like us staring at him for a long time in slow motion, grabbing Jenny, seeing his deformities. Pulling her out. Looks like he pulls her out the window the way this is shot.
Yeah, she definitely goes out
Pause.
the window. I like that kind of view right there. I've never noticed. I guess that's the extra. It started on as he breaks through the window and grabs her.
Mm-hmm.
It started on one view of his head, and as he turned to pull her out, we got a full 360
right
of what Jason looked like for the first time.
Right. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That was cool.
Full on look.
But if he pulls her out the window and she still lives, and Paul obviously doesn't live or he just disappears, what? I don't know. That doesn't make sense. That's a dream sequence, by the way.
Paul took off running. He's still running. Paul's fine. He's fine.
All right, here's the scene. You ready for this last one? This is the one that makes me so mad. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Coming in, Jason's shack, Mother's stinky head with the candles around it. It looks different. Are the eyes going to open? Anticipation? No!
What? I got a black screen. Did you just get a black screen?
Yeah, I got a black screen. Those eyes never opened. I'm so mad about that. Because the legend has it, they shot this scene with the eyes opening. It did happen at some point. But it didn't.
It's got to be somewhere.
It's got to be somewhere.
I really did think it was going to be here.
I did too.
When that popped on, I was like, oh my God, we're seeing it right here.
I know.
They just ended it. No, we didn't see that.
They still didn't open the eyes. And it's obviously a person. I mean, I've heard that there is a person in there. It is makeup on a person's face. You can tell those eyes were meant to be open, and they never do.
Wow.
I mean, probably a good thing, because that would have just made the whole Friday the 13th franchise even more confusing if Mother's head opens her eyes, but still, it would have been cool.
Look, thank the camp gods that they didn't open. I'm kind of glad I hadn't seen it. I'm kind of glad. But at the same time, deep down inside, I really wanted them to pop open just now. I really did.
I'm with you.
Not the movie, but right here.
In these slash scenes that didn't have any audio, by the way. All right, D, what was your favorite?
Definitely Alice. Definitely Alice with the ice pick.
I'm close between Alice and Sandra and Jeff and that spear going through the back, but since you took Alice, I'll go with Sandra and Jeff because those two are by far the best.
Yeah, those are the two strongest that you can definitely see a big difference in.
Yeah.
Now the other one too that I really enjoyed was also Ralph's. I really did. His was just a few extra seconds. I ain't saying I enjoyed him suffering. I'm just saying that it was really good. It was more dramatic.
Do you think it hurt the film that these were cut out of it?
No, I don't think it hurt it. Because back then, what was seen was already really brutal enough and really graphic. So seeing this right here with the ice pick and then Sandra and Jeff, especially Sandra and Jeff, it may have been on the borderlines of getting an X rating back then. I swear, it really could have been. Yeah,
they wouldn't let it happen. I agree. I don't think these being cut out hurt the film, but I do think that one Sandra and Jeff could have really helped that scene be even crazier than what it already was.
Yeah, was it a little bit ahead of its time? That scene, as in makeup and all? We're talking like the early 80s and stuff, you know, and like we've seen graphic makeup jobs and all that kind of stuff, but that one's pretty.
It's really cool, and if you ever see how they did the thing, like how Jeff and Sandra's bodies are situated beneath the bed and have the fake Jeff's body on top of it and then have room for the spear, like it's a pretty cool magic trick. But there actually is, I forget the name right off, that there was an Italian movie that came out like a couple years before this that pretty much did the exact same scene. And they claimed that Friday the 13th ripped that scene off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, I wish they could have left more of what was cut out in the actual movie.
Definitely.
All right, how you enjoying your box set? You glad you got it?
I am tickled to death over it. This is a really nice set.
It really is.
Yeah, from the artwork all the way down to the viewing. I mean, wow, it's just really nice. How about you?
I don't know how many copies of some of these movies that I have. Like, I've got them in all different formats, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. But you know what? For something like this, having all together in this really nice set and having all these additional special features, I don't know. It's worth the money for me. I'm 100% happy I bought it.
Definitely is. Hey, the posters are worth it to me.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those are the posters, the artwork on that.
I'm glad I got those for sure.
Just a beautiful set all together.
Yep. All right, that was fun. Until next time.
Keep it campy.
Keep it campy. Keep your tents pitched, and we'll see you in the next video.
Later.
See ya.